What happens when you become Emperor of Rome, right after one of the most paranoid tyrants in Roman history? You get a man named Nerva, who somehow turned disaster into stability without swinging a sword. Yeah, this guy revived Rome with retirement dad energy. So, let's dive into the story of Marcus Cassius Nerva, the emperor who ruled for just 2 years, yet set Rome back on track in ways nobody expected. Now picture Rome in 96 AD. Domitian, the last of the Flavian emperors, had just been shanked in his own palace. This dude ruled like your boss who installs cameras in the break room, suspicious of everyone, executing senators left and right. When he died, the Senate was basically like, okay, never again, who's the safest old man we can find? And voila, enter Nerva. Here's the funny part. Nerva wasn't a general, wasn't a conqueror. He was a bureaucrat, the Roman equivalent of that quiet coworker who never talks in meetings, but somehow knows how to fix the printer. He had survived serving under 5 emperors, which in Rome basically meant you were a ninja at avoiding death. So what did this elderly statesman do once he had the crown? Well, instead of ruling like a paranoid maniac, Nerva flipped the script. His first major move, he handed out land to the poor. Think about it. Rome's lower classes, struggling with poverty, suddenly got property. Imagine your government saying, "Congrats, here's free real estate, absolute legend." Next, he cut taxes. Yeah, an emperor who didn't want to squeeze every last coin out of you? Unheard of. He especially targeted unfair taxes on the poor, lightening their load. Basically, Nerva came in like, okay, Rome, let's chill. Everyone take a breather. But wait, it gets better. He also restored freedom of speech to the Senate. After Domitian's reign of terror, senators were terrified to even blink in the wrong direction. Nerva's reforms gave them power again, which made him look like a political genius. Instead of ruling through fear, he ruled through compromise. Now here's the twist. Not everyone was happy. The Praetorian Guard, Rome's elite bodyguards / professional drama queens, weren't thrilled. They had been Domitian's enforcers, and suddenly this gentle old man was telling them to play nice. So in 97 AD, they actually revolted, held Nerva hostage, and forced him to execute Domitian's assassins. Talk about a bad day at work, and this is where Nerva pulled his master move. To calm the chaos, he adopted a man who was everything he wasn't, a tough, popular general named Trajan. By making Trajan his heir, Nerva basically said, look, I'll handle the paperwork and this guy will handle the swords. Brilliant. That single adoption was a game changer. Trajan would go on to expand Rome to its greatest size in history, and the adoption system became the model for the famous 5 good emperors, kicking off Rome's golden era. And it all started because Nerva swallowed his pride and said, you know what? I don't need to be the hero. I just need to set up the next guy. Sadly, Nerva didn't live long to see it. He died in 98 AD, only 2 years after becoming emperor. But his short reign was like hitting the reset button on Rome. Less dictatorship, more stability. Less blood, more brains. And that, my friends, is why this quiet old man might just be Rome's most underrated emperor. So let me ask you, do you think Nerva deserves more credit than Trajan, Hadrian, or Marcus Aurelius? Or was he just the warm-up act for the real stars? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take. And if you like this story of Rome's comeback grandpa, stick around, because history is full of these underrated figures who quietly shaped the world.